This is gonna be my last video of 2018. I had you there for a second, didn't I? And with that, I'd like to wish everyone a happy and prosperous new year. And thank you so much for following me along on all of these adventures. It's been so much fun. Thanks so much for the support, liking, commenting, subscribing, following me on Instagram and Facebook, and just keeping me going all along the way. And thanks for the support coming out to the workshops and grabbing copies of my books. I really appreciate all of that. And this video is a little bit different. In this video, we're gonna go to the streets of New York City. Come on, let's go check this out. New York City, a place where the night sky is filled with colorful, dazzling lights. A place where buildings reach amazing, dizzying heights. And a place where you can easily get lost in a candy store filled with every color of the rainbow. A place where everything is on a grander scale, from giant plush unicorns sitting behind panes of crystal clear glass to streets that seem to stretch beyond infinity. And let's not forget the coolest camera store in the United States, B&H. This place is a photographer's dream. They have it all, and I do mean everything any photographer could ever want. And you know what's really cool? They don't mind if you handle the merchandise. Yes, that is the Nikon 500mm PF, and here's my hand for a size reference. This lens is ridiculously small, and I can't wait to attach one to my D850, but there's another place in New York City that is just as magical. A park that consists of 843 acres just waiting for us to get lost in, and in many ways, this park and its inhabitants seem to parallel New York City itself. This park has its own type of skyscrapers in the form of towering trees, its own type of hustle and bustle as birds scurry about, and its own incredibly beautiful Broadway star waiting for the spotlight to shine. But let's not spoil the show right away. Let's explore the inhabitants of this amazing location, because the stage is set, the story is ready to be told, and the lights are ready to shine down on Central Park. It's a chilly morning in Central Park as this dove patiently waits for the sun to warm things up a bit. Signs of winter's fast approach are quite evident. The once lush and beautiful trees are now naked, and hiding deep in a maze of tangled branches is a perfectly camouflaged predator of the skies, a beautiful red-tailed hawk. From this vantage point, nothing escapes the watchful eyes of this amazing raptor, and the busy world below has this bird's full attention. And the world below is very busy. Snow is on the way, and that means gathering food is priority number one for this tufted titmouse who has scored a nice fat acorn. A few feet away, a large, plump female cardinal tries her best to blend in, while another female cardinal grabs some food for the winter storage pile. The hawk, still watching from high above, glances over the cardinals for the meantime. A brilliantly colored male cardinal has also joined the busy world below. He too is looking for food, but something has this little bird on high alert. He flares his brilliant crest, and he listens very closely. He doesn't like what he hears, so he retreats to the safety of a holly bush. This gorgeous blue jay has also taken shelter among the thick bushes, and that can only mean one thing. Something high in the trees above has made these birds quite nervous. Could it be the hawk that is still transfixed on the world below, or is there something else lurking in the treetops? I think I recognize those tail feathers. Yes, those are the tail feathers of a great horned owl, and that's the great horned owl now, showing off its set of razor-sharp talons as it appears to wave to the camera before turning its head 90 degrees to scan the forest below. A very wise squirrel hangs upside down and flattens itself against a large oak tree. This squirrel knows how to safely spend the morning in Central Park. A far less experienced squirrel has decided that noisily scurrying through the leaf litter on the ground is a much better idea. The hawk leans in closer and even appears to be licking its beak in anticipation of the furry meal below before plunging through the tangle of branches at an amazing speed. A red-bellied woodpecker, startled by the large yet completely silent shadow of the hawk, jumps up from the ground and seeks shelter high in the branches. I look around for the hawk and finally find it perched proudly in the branches above, and in its talons, a furry rodent. But this rodent is no squirrel. This rodent is a big fat New York City rat. Nature's pest control at its finest. The hawk enjoys a meal, and New York City has one less rat on the streets. And what do you do when you're done eating a rat? Well, you make sure your talons are nice and clean. No one wants any leftovers stuck to their talons. And now something else has captured the attention of the hawk. Something appears to be happening down below. Could it be time for the main attraction? Sparrows have started to gather and fill in the gaps of a small bush. These must be the equivalent of balcony seats on Broadway because they overlook a small pond where a group of ducks have front row seats. This female wood duck scoots in for a closer look, and this rather impatient bufflehead duck throws its wings into the air as if to say, "Raise the curtains already." Things quiet down, the lights dim, and our star makes its entrance from the left. An absolutely beautiful specimen of a bird, the incredible male Mandarin duck. And this beautiful male duck really knows how to bedazzle the crowd that's watching. Not only are the local birds mesmerized by this living work of art, but the crowd of people are equally captivated by this bird's undeniable beauty. This duck knows it's the center of all attention in Central Park, and I'm just lucky enough to be here and witness this bird in all of its glory. I slowly approach the star and watch in amazement as it starts to swim right towards me. I fire off a few shots and think to myself, is this what it feels like to take pictures of famous actors as they walk down the fabled red carpet? The Mandarin duck moves in even closer and flares its impressive neck feathers. I'm lost in the moment and thinking to myself, I wonder what this amazing duck looks like head on. And as if my thoughts have been sent directly to the duck, it swims right up to me and not only gives me this absolutely incredible close-up, but it also gives me the head-on shot I was just thinking about. I've seen some beautiful birds, but this duck is just over the top, and I wouldn't expect anything less from New York City. And just like New York City itself, it's quite easy to lose yourself in everything you see here. The color, the contrasts, the lines, it all draws you in just like the lights in Times Square. Our star takes one final look at me before stuffing its head deep into its feathers, and I guess that's the Broadway equivalent of the curtains closing on the stage for the night. And now it's up to all of you to give this amazing bird a standing ovation by clicking that thumbs up and leaving a comment in the comment section below. What an absolutely amazing experience in New York City. I bet you never really thought there was that much wildlife in New York City. It's pretty amazing. And I hear that it's even better in spring. I might have to go back because I've been told there's a lot of warblers that show up there in spring. Fantastic place. I'd like to really thank my friends at B&H for giving me that tour. Abe Curlin and Yosef, thank you so much. That was awesome. Nick, thank you for the tour of the upper half of Central Park. That was great, and all the historical information. I really appreciate that. And it was great to meet Alex and Joe. Thanks for coming down and saying hi. That was awesome. And a really special extra thank you to my beautiful wife for letting me drag her all over New York City and Central Park for a few days. We actually walked over 32 miles. It was fantastic. And until next time, I'll see you later.